Hello everyone and welcome back to another Stormworks challenge video. Now, it's finally time to go and review the top 8 submissions for the survival boat challenge that ended last week. We're going to break it into 2 videos where we're going to have the first video going to have week 1 and week 2, so it's going to be the top 4 submissions there, and then we're going to have another video which is going to have week 3 and week 4 with the second top 4 in there. Now, what we'll do, as always, is we'll go ahead and spawn them in, we'll test them out in the world of Stormworks and in actual survival mode. Once we've done that, I'm then going to go and actually cast a vote on my Discord server. So if you haven't already gone ahead and joined, make sure you go ahead and join it. And we're going to go ahead and let you guys vote on the best creation for each video. Once we've gone and done that, we voted, everyone's voted for that, we'll then do a final video where you guys can go and actually finally vote on which one of the creations are going to be the best creation for the survival boat challenge, and then they will be crowned the winner. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, comment below and let me know what else you'd like to see in any of my future videos. While you're there, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So that all said, let's get straight into it and get started with the first 2 submissions from week 1. So to start with the first creation, we've gone and actually spawned in Sergeant Suka. He was one of the finalists from week 1. Now you can see his creation actually looks really cool. It's got quite a lot of design on it in terms of obviously the decking and so on and so forth. You can see it's even got a little bit of a flybridge, which is quite nice. Now moving into it, you can see he's got a little bit of an interior, a whole bunch of seats, so plenty of room actually for actual passengers here. Now we had no problem spawning this in, which means he's kept to the rules of the competition or actual challenge itself, where you have to only use starter parts and obviously it has to spawn inside this area. Now it seems like it has a few different things around everywhere. I'm just going to firstly check off. Seems to have some mag connectors there. We also have back moorings. I'm guessing there is, what does that do? Maybe we have to hit some electricity first. So let's go ahead. What do we have? Power breaker, engine breaker. Okay, and that's fine for now. So let's go and check that. So I'm guessing it's at the back. Yes, it is. You can see there's like another connector at the back there. I don't know what these ones do just yet, but I guess we're going to find out. Seems like we also have some fuel gauges just on the sides here. Along with that is some more connectors in the front. I'm guessing it's some type of lifting, and we also have front mooring, which is pretty cool. Nice big spotlight in the front. Some obviously navigation lights over there. So we're just going to go up here and check out this top section. It seems like we need to just go like that. Now we have reverse, second, first, clutch, throttle, speed, fuel, engine charge, dial lights, top lights, starter, and navigation lights. Okay, pretty cool. So it seems like we have everything there that we would possibly need to actually move this creation. Let's go into the main cockpit area. We seem to have a light switch, obviously to turn the lights on. Nice little red light. Port moorings, starboard moorings. Okay, so those are the ones over there. Okay, cool. So if you can see those, go ahead and get connected. Exterior lights, interior lights. We also have speed, batteries, engine starter, navigation lights. We have clutch, second gear, reverse, electric motor toggle. Interesting. And we also have spotlights. We can get that on, fuel tank, electronics. So let's go ahead and actually jump in here. It seems like we also have the bow drop stabilizer. Interesting. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy on first. So I'm guessing engine starter. No, let's get throttle up. Let's get the engine started again. Now I don't see, there we go. So you can see we have some, cool, that's on. We also have generator starter. Okay, cool. So we're actually generating some electricity now. Interesting. Okay. Engine motor docking. Okay, so only use the electric motor on for docking. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and get the clutch off, and we're off. Along with that is, let's just make it daytime here so we guys can see a little bit better. Get the throttle up. Let's get second gear on. Seems like we're doing okay. Speed, unfortunately, because we don't have any speed sensors, we don't have any speed indicated there, but very stable. Very, very stable. Quite fast. Interesting to see how long this actually lasts. Now, He's got here, I see on the hotkeys, spotlight civil, that's cool. WSs are for the electric motors, that's for obviously docking. And then we also have a bow stabilizer increase and bow stabilizer decrease. It's really interesting to see what these do. So this is 5 and 6. So I'm going to hit 5, see what that does. Okay, so you can see now it's pushing the nose down, and then let's do 6, and you can see it's now pushing the nose up. That's pretty cool. It seems very stable, I have to admit, very, very stable. Seems like with that is, let's get the full go up there. We also have a reverse gear that we can go ahead and use. Next thing we need to do, obviously, for this challenge, guys, is go ahead and put some waves on. So let's go and get some wind all the way up to 100% and see how this guy handles. It seems to be jumping on quite a bit, but I'm guessing we can go ahead and get 5, so we can get bow stabilizer to go down. See if that's going to help it off quite a bit. Yeah, that seems to be helping it a bit. Overall, a really nice creation. I have to say, it's doing really well. It's pretty stable. It's probably got quite a few engines in it. I'm not too sure. It seems like it's full of everything. You guys can kind of see me third personing there. But yeah, really, really nice. I really like that he's gone ahead and obviously put the fly bridge on the top there. That is something quite nice and quite interesting that you don't see a lot on starter creations themselves. Along with that, also the use of the docking engines, or the electric engines for docking, so you don't have to actually start up your diesel engine. That is pretty smart, I have to admit. I didn't think of that when I was building any of my creations, so good on that. I think it's a really, really strong contender, guys. So let's go ahead and move on to the second boat for the challenge from week 1. So the next creation we have is going to be by Thugman. Now, this is his BB Savior. Once again, quite a nice little boat, quite nice looking, I have to say once again. A little bit smaller than the last one, I'm thinking probably a little bit longer. Now, you can see he's actually got a interior cabin here. Along with that is some sunbeds on the top. Spotlight, as always, we usually see on these boats. Seems like just some more decor on the back. I can't really see anything else in terms of connectors. You can see he's got his rudders, 2 propellers there, and the ladders on the sides. Not too much, a little bit of the lights on the sides too. Now it's coming in two-sided. You can obviously see he's got the 4 beds in here with a little bit of interior, which is quite nice to see. A couple of the pilot's chairs there, and the main pilot seat there. Stabilizer, we have a cruise for heavy seas, main switch, battery charging. We also have deck afterlight, searchlight, blue light, and navigation light. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy started up. Now, first off, I'm guessing main switch, yes. Okay, everything's gone and turned on for us. Can we just go ahead? Yes, we can. Wow, okay. That's quick. That is very quick. And we didn't have to do a single thing. Everything just automatically turned on for us, which is really nice. Really, really good. Stabilizer, I'm guessing... Okay, so that just goes ahead and accents a little bit more stabilizer. I'm guessing at the back, and then you can obviously lift it up, similar to the last one, guys. Very similar. And then we also have a cruise for heavy seas. Now I'm guessing that just goes ahead and holds down obviously our cruise. No, it doesn't. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and get some waves up in here. See how this guy handles against the waves. So waves up. I've got that cruise mode on, so I'm wondering what that does. Guessing we need to get the stabilizer a little bit down here. Oops. Might be capsizing it here a bit. Wow, okay. That seems to be doing really well. It's jumping around the place. But I think it's just because it has so much power. Actually, interesting to see what that actually does. Seems like it's doing a little better without it. It just has a lot of power. I'm guessing he's used quite a lot of gearboxes. Just that's my thought process at least. But I could be wrong. Along with that, you guys can also see he's got some bow thrusters on here, which is quite unusual. Something you don't usually see. So should we try and get those bow thrusters left and right? Oh wow, so the bow thrusters actually work. I'm guessing he has an electric motor with some small propellers on either side. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Along with that is gear down. Ooh, okay. So, let's gear down, dude. Okay. Is there a button? Yeah, so then let's gear up. Okay, so you go ahead and choose obviously your gears here. But really quick creation, very, very stable once again, guys. I don't think this guy's going to have any problem with any waves, and you can kind of see now how well it's doing in these large waves here, which is quite nice actually. Really, really, really good. Really good. So once again, another very good and strong contender for the actual top 2. So let's go ahead and move on to the third creation, and this is going to be the first creation from week 2 now. So the next creation we have is going to be the creation from Captain Chibs. I could be pronouncing it wrong, I do apologize if I do. So once again, a little bit different obviously in comparison to the last creation we checked out, where this has got kind of a little bit of a catamaran style to it, with obviously the dual hull here. It seems like it's quite a lot of stabilizing things going on, I'm guessing, with all these propellers and also all these fins at the back and underneath it. Along with that seems to be a lot of things going on here, guys, which could be very interesting. Seems like we have some fuel tanks up in the front. Along with that is just obviously some connectors to go ahead and refuel it. I'm not too sure what this thing is. I'm guessing it's some kind of cage. I can't be sure just yet. But we have something with obviously these little connectors at the top with. Along with that is we come inside full interior, which is unusual for a starter boat, so very nice to see that. And coming up into the main cockpit here, you can see we're just climbing up here and getting in, climbing up, and here you can see we first off is we have throttle, can be controlled with WS keys. You might want to decrease a bit if they're facing angry waves. We also have navigation lights, exterior lights, engine, keep it toggled. It's not a starter, then just WS keys for neutral, drive, or reverse control speed. Okay, backlights, headlights, back tone connector, ISO 10. Oh, okay, so ISO 10, that's the thing in the front there. Interesting. Neutral, reverse, drive. We also have the connector for the ISO 10 there. And what else? That's pretty much about it for the controls, guys. Let's go ahead, throttle, WS. Okay, do we need engine? Okay. Okay, so it's got an automatic gearbox switching system there. You see that's automatically gone, and we drop it. Can we drop it down? What happens when we drop it down? Does it jump back into... Does it drop down back into it? I'm not too sure. I'm guessing it's a sticky throttle. Yeah, it seems to be a sticky throttle, then it drops into that, and it, okay, so it is full automatic gearbox. That is pretty cool. Nice to see on a starter boat, I have to admit. And then he's also got this throttle. I guess we are controlling the throttle also. I guess you can use either your up and down keys, or you can obviously use that, which is quite cool. Exterior lights, backlights, headlights. What else do we have? Back tone connectors, navigation lights. So the full breeze, got them angled on the sides, and also the front ones are facing forward. Really nice. I'm not too sure once again what these fins are doing, if it is stabilizing or it's just there for looks. I'm guessing it is for stabilization, but I haven't seen any controls that go ahead and actually change that. If I'm missing something, I could be. If you need help, please refer to the workshop page or contact the creator. Thanks for choosing CNN Industry. That's quite a nice little touch there. That is quite a nice little touch. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for this creation, guys. Once again, quite a nice little creation, very different from the last two, and once again, a very strong contender. It seems as though how good it is. One last thing before we forget is let's test it out in waves. See how it does. Guessing this will probably do quite well, seems as though its size. Yeah, this thing is fine. As soon as it gets into the water, it just stabilizes perfectly. So there must be some kind of stabilization, activation kind of system going in there. Like little paint indicator, little indicator lights on the side there. That's pretty good too. Cool. So this handled very well in the waves. So let's go ahead and move on to the last creation from week 2. And then moving on to the last creation, we have this done by Thomas NL. Now this is his starter boat. Once again, going for that kind of the catamaran type of style, but however a little bit different from what we've seen before. Quite a lot of actual propellers here underneath, which is making me a little worried how fast this thing is going to be. Nice detailing on the deck, with obviously changing the colors here. We also have, seems like, some fuel connectors, 2 beds. I'm guessing on either side. Okay, yes, 2 beds on either side, some more passenger seats here in the center, and then the actual main cockpit or cabin area is actually raised up here in the center. Something once again different from what we used to. So let's go ahead and jump up here. It seems like we have 2 seats. The main pilot seat, we have engines, navigation lights, and spotlights, and with our RPS, battery, and fuel. I didn't see. Okay, let's get our navigation lights on. Where is the spotlight? That's the spotlight is here underneath in the front there. He doesn't seem to have a breaker for electric, which is kind of worrying, just in case something obviously does get drained. But I'm guessing he probably has quite a few batteries hidden inside here somewhere, so that's probably not a problem. However, let's go ahead and see if we can get these engines started here. Okay, we are on with the engines. Let's try and get our speed up here. And the speed seems to be a little bit slower than what we obviously used to. I'm guessing it's probably going to be extremely stable because obviously the design of this boat. And I didn't see any things to actually change gears at all. But the RPS seems to be doing okay. Battery seems to be doing okay. Fuel seems to be going down quite quickly, which is a little bit worrying to me. But overall seems pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and actually just get our waves up and test and see how it does in the waves, guys. Along with that, I'm also going to turn off the spotlights and the navigation lights just in case. Now it seems to be handling extremely well, and I'm not really surprised. Obviously I'm guessing the weight is quite low, and obviously the design here is obviously got that very wide body design, which makes it quite stable. It's actually doing really well on these waves, I have to admit. It's not bouncing around at all, which is nice to see. Really good contender here for the 4th creation for this video. So I think we'll go ahead and end today's video over there, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and cast your votes over on my Discord server. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it somewhat entertaining and informative as always. I'll see you in the next one.